powwow, the words originally were inspired by comic books. Pow being the impact that art has on the viewers, sort of like a punch in the face, and then wow being the reaction to that. But powwow together is a Native American term about a gathering to celebrate art, music, and culture, and we felt that was exactly what we were trying to do. And powwow is about, number one, bringing people together. So flying people from all over the world and having them connect with the local communities and building bridges together and doing art together and becoming friends and a family together. Two, it's about beautifying neighborhoods, making places more alive by the simple act of putting paint on walls and creating open air galleries. And three, to educate, to provide resources for young people that want to do the same, that want to be artists and musicians, and giving them those resources and teaching them and then creating talks and different things. The very first one was in Hong Kong, and I lived there for about 4 years. But then when I was there, I wanted to also continue doing art shows because that's what I did when I was living in San Francisco. So I'll take my portfolio around and I kept getting rejected, mainly because I was the wrong type of Chinese. I was American Chinese. And so as a reaction to that, I started my own gallery. Found like an old restaurant that was abandoned for 10 years, painted the walls white, put in windows, doors, and it was a gallery. And the very first exhibition we did there was the very first powwow where we brought in about 5 artists and we just kind of painted together. And we thought that maybe we could also sort of inspire people in the neighborhood to do art if they could see people making art too. After the first one in Hong Kong, it was like, let's bring it back to Hawaii, to my hometown, and then to do the first one here, which was like, we had like 12 artists, and we did one wall. And now the last year's one, we had around 100 artists doing like 70 murals in a week. So it's grown a lot since then, and all over the world.
Whenever you build a brand, and I feel like, Jasper is definitely our brand guru, it has to be done at the highest level. As it grows, it's gonna change, but you have to just keep an eye out for value. And okay, we're growing and more people are flying in. Who would find value in that? The Hawaii Tourism Authority, they would find value in that. Maybe they can help and be a partner, We're getting more exposure painting murals. Who would find value in that? Montana Cans, because they want people to see artists using their cans. What is the value to the artist, We're giving you exposure, we're giving you an experience, If you don't have that value, then it's gonna be hard to convince people.
I mean, one advice that I would give is just to, take those risks. Okay, yeah, maybe now you have to have like a day job and everything, but you have a lot of free time, like in the evenings, on weekends, like create personal projects. Like make a book, make a movie on your own. And these days it's even easier, where you can find ways to fund it, where you can find ways to promote it and get it out there.
The DIY mentality, I think, is important. You do have to take that first step, and that first step was Jasper doing his own gallery in Hong Kong. That was really brave. And then when he came to Hawaii, he put the first powwow on his credit card. My family housed all the artists in our house, and Jasper paid for most of the expenses on his credit card. That's not a sustainable model, but sometimes the first step you have to just kind of jump off the cliff.
The beautiful part about this mural making process is you have all of these different generations coming, putting their mana, what we call the spirit, and that's your imprint. It's beautiful chaos. It kind of puts you back into place. Like, this is why we do what we do, is because we want to share, we want to cultivate, more creative people.
your flight taking us directly to Haneda.
It's amazing to see Powwow worldwide crew roll out to Japan and do something really great here with the local artists and also bringing in international artists.
We also would like to make a special announcement to the Powwow group that will be traveling to Haneda to beautify Haneda.
This culture is such a beautiful culture, and that's what Powwow is about, is experiencing new cultures and having our culture from around the world interact and having all these people come together and create something beautiful.
Just to get the essence of how Japan is, how traditional Japan looks like, we wanted to bring all the artists, especially the overseas artists, to visit the Meiji Shrine and get the blessings done. You know, a good start to start the whole week and for everyone to experience the culture of Japan firsthand.
Stress creative freedom. So we never tell our artists what to paint, how to paint, what to paint. You know, we let it's all about collaboration, working together, and letting the artists do their thing.
I gotta say, I think watching Case go hard on this 12-story wall has been the highlight of the week for me. It's absolutely impressive. It's kind of the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I've never seen such a big wall or such a big lift, and Case is tackling it pretty much solo. It's kind of amazing.
The Powwow School of Music really helps with the whole creative process and understanding music theory, how to write songs, and just meeting other people with the same interests as me and the same aspirations, and it's just been really wonderful.
I get inspired by the other students because some of them are like fourth year students. They've been in it, they've seen how all 4 years have changed, and other kids have been in other music programs. Some of them are in bands. So like how they talk about different gigs that they go to and stuff. That's pretty, that's inspiring.
Had to learn over the years that the mentors and everyone's gonna make you step out of your comfort zone, but it's for your own self-improvement, and it's definitely helped me as a musician to be more open to working with others, and that exchange of ideas is vitally important as a musician.
Music is something that brings people together and can also cause division. It's very powerful, and so I think it's important that for myself and for others, that everyone that's involved in music, that we have some sort of integrity in using this powerful platform, because it can change the world. It can change people, it can change anything.
Being in Hawaii is such an inspiring, beautiful place. Everyone has so much love in general. I think you can be inspired by the scenery and the vibe. Really is a vibe. And there's so many musicians here of every type. I've been getting involved with a lot of the kind of like jazz and funk and soul stuff, but incredibly high musicianship here as well. So to be a young musician here could be quite daunting. And I love the fact that Powwow is giving people an opportunity to learn how to make it out there.
From my personal experience, not just me growing up, but working with junior high students in the past and working with other organizations, the number one thing you have to do is just to encourage them. You know, you just have to give them support, give them feedback, and it really works. And that applies to us too. You know, we all enjoy feedback and getting positive reinforcement. So it's really easy to discourage them from trying new things because they're young and sometimes they could be very scared to fail, you know. But who knows, even if they fail now, if they start at an early age, they might, you know, through trial and error, or they will get better over time. And we've seen that in the last couple of years.
And it's incredible because not only do you have the music portion going on, but you have the visual portion and all these artists coming through in and out. So it's really like a collaborative energy, and you can really feel that creative energy that we can all feel. And whatever we create is not only what I did, but it's what we did. And we is not only the students or us in the school of music, it's the people outside painting or the people working on the lifts. It's very contagious, that energy as a whole. And you know, it's all about bringing good vibes.